Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and we have here another crazy situation or a mess or clusterfuck, whatever you want to call it. So this is a 2005 Mercedes E350. That's the merging year when they installed the 3.5 engine, the newer one. That engine they have from 05 to 09, then they changed to the W212. So this car came with crazy problems, electrical issues, cluster all blinking left, right, different things blinking, headlights blinking randomly, the fan was coming on and off. So we had a similar situation with a R-Class a few days ago, and I was asked to try to get into this thing, to try to even start from somewhere to see what's going on. I could not see the actual diagram that I saw on the R-Class of how the network works in this case, but I didn't have at some point I even lost electricity to the cluster, this and that. So I looked at the diagrams again, and something similar as far as the description of the network. I saw that same way as the R-Class, the E-Classes have this central gateway where everything starts with that gateway from the OBD connected to that. And we did not have any connection with the car originally when the car came. And again, similar thing with the other car was happening there, where the lights were kind of randomly flashing, coming on and off. Same thing with the fan, this and that. So I decided to check, basic stuff first. Check fuses here, because these are one of the main fuses for the cluster and some of the other electrical components. Then I checked the front SAM, because that thing right here has all these relays and mainly the fuses. They're responsible for most of the electricity here in the front. Everything was fine there. Make sure always check with the description. You can find the description on the fuses online and the relays and see if they're fine. Or I've seen a bunch of cases where people come to the shop and they actually try to fix stuff. They took fuses out, and you may not have fuses installed, and you're trying to chase your tail and nothing happens. So eliminating these fuses, the other fuses, relays, front SAM, sometimes the actual front SAM would get burnt. But in this case, everything seemed to be fine, and I decided to go again with the central gateway, just like on the R-Class. Because I remember seeing these a few times before, and what happens is, because the location of where this sits, you need to pull this trim piece down. It only has these Torx 25 bolts. It has 3 of them right here, 1, 2, 3, and then you just pull it down, and this central gateway sits right here, and you just pull it, and it has these connectors here. So I will show you what I found was actually rust inside the connectors, and I believe what happens is there's condensation from the AC running down here somewhere that ends up inside this module, because the module sits actually like this, so it's wide open for any water to go in or humidity. And I'll show you in a second. Okay guys, okay, you need to open this, separate these contacts here, and actually you can still see inside. Let's see if I can, yep, right here, right inside you can see the greenish stuff. That's actually the rust. So these have been rusted for a while, and you will see here inside there's rust here. I actually ended up I cleaned these. I forgot to do the video before I was just trying to test stuff, but you can see the green stuff right here. This is rust, so this has been rusting for a while. And what you need to do is, because these are actually pushed in, they're not soldered. What you want to do is, just for a test purpose, this is, again, I did this for a testing purpose, nothing else. I would not recommend trusting this module anymore, especially since having this rust here for a while, and you don't know which chip or component has been burnt already. So just for testing purpose, you can re-weld these or solder right here, or not but actually solder, because they only pushed in. So to make a better connection and avoid the rust, you can actually weld them. And once you weld them, then you can close it again, and you connect it down there and try to test the car and see if your headlights, the crazy alien headlights, disappear. And I'm not going to install this because we're buying a new module for the client. This cannot be trusted anymore. Okay, the car cranks right away. It wasn't doing this before. Now, this actually is good. This is a good sign, because we didn't have this before. And we have a problem with the battery in the back. Because the battery is dead. We're using jump starters. I'm using a jump starter and a charger, but I think in this case, I think I only have the jump starter in the back. Yes, just like I was explaining, this is a really bad way to handle this car. I'm sorry that I'm showing you this. This is absolutely not recommended. I don't do this stuff. This is how the car came. We need to get a good normal battery for this car now, and we need to get the secondary battery also. At this stage, I don't trust any one of them. We're getting low voltage at this point, to a 12.8, but I'm gonna ignore this for now because we need to get the batteries. And like I said, make sure that you have a good main battery here. German cars are extremely sensitive to electricity, so you need to have a proper good battery. Nothing cheap, nothing weird or strange from AutoZone and all these places. You need to get a proper good battery. And remember, the main battery has to be good, and then you need to have the secondary battery also in proper condition. You will have a code, or that light will come on when you have a problem with the secondary battery. It'll tell you that there is not the red light, but it will have a white message, gray white message that will tell you the auxiliary battery is bad. But in our case, because I don't trust anything on this car at this point, we need to talk to the customer and get those two batteries in order for us to continue trying to diagnose if whatever else is messed up with this car. But again, this is just the start, and in your case, this may be your only problem, just like on the R-Cost that I did a few days ago. Again, I think this unit was about $300 from Mercedes, so you have to order this new and replace it, and either you're gonna fix your problems or this will be your starting point of repairs. Again, thanks very much. Please like my videos and please subscribe. Thank you.